Painting today is called Goodnight Wild Prairie Rose. Paints we'll be using today are black, white, crimson red, phthalo blue, cobalt blue hull, grass green, chrome oxide green, purple red, light olive green, and light pink. The brushes we'll be using today is a 5/8 angle, a number 12 flat, a number 10 flat, a 10/0 liner, a number 4 Filbert, a 5/0 liner. The canvas we'll be using today is 11 by 14. So this is a canvas that I had already painted a painting on, and I've put 3 more coats of gesso over the old painting, which is fine. You can still see some texture in it. It's okay. It's just reusing what I had. So let's get painting, y'all. I'm going to use a little water here and just mist my canvas. And then I'm just going to take a brush and just kind of wipe it. With moisture. I have a number 12 flat. I have phthalo blue and cobalt blue on my canvas. So I'm going to start off with the darker colors and work my way down. And also I also have white. Just wetting my brush a little bit, picking up the blue. So that's just phthalo blue that I've laid down. And I'm going to pick up some cobalt blue and just see if I like those colors together. I'm going to wet my brush a little bit. And I do. I like those colors blended in. Just picking up some more phthalo. If it gets a little dry, my brush gets a little dry, I just pick up some more some water. And I'm just coming down a little bit more with some cobalt blue. Grab a little water here so I can make it come out a little thinner. And just keep working it up. Now I'm going to pick up some cobalt and some white. Still got a little wet on my brush. And if I see, I just want to add a little bit of cobalt in here with this. I'm okay with that. Isn't that pretty? This sky looks pretty with it. I've got cobalt and white both on my brush, and I'm still coming down here and just gonna blend. Probably need some more. And I picked up a little water and some cobalt blue and white. Picked up the wrong colors. I'm just going to come back up here and kind of just smooth it in. Let's grab some white and some cobalt blue. And I got some phthalo on my brush, so that's perfectly fine. Just grab a little water here to smooth this out. And I'm just going to come down probably about 2.5 inches from the bottom. And I'm just picking up more white, just white on my brush now, so I can smooth this out more. And I'm just letting it blend on my canvas. I got a little spot here. I noticed that if I see some that's just not filling in my canvas, I can, don't know what that is, I can come back in here with a little water and a little blue and just fill in. Still got a spot there. Wait. Okay, then we'll pick up some white to go in there with that. I'm going to pick up a little more phthalo blue and just come right in here, because I like the different colors and textures of the sky. I'm just blending it in. Let's get a little more water on my brush. Yep. Pick up some more phthalo, little water right in here, because I'm seeing it's not blending. It's wanting to dry on me, and it's not blending as good as it should. So, all right. So there is our sky. Now, if yours is wanting to show a lot of canvas, you can go ahead and do another background. It may change it a little bit, but you know, it's still about the same. I'm gonna let this dry and see how it's working, and to see if I'm gonna need, right in here I see I need to add some more. Just right in there. There's some stuff coming up on top of this, but it's not going to be enough to fill in everything. So I'm going to let this dry. So what I've done, I've stuck a paintbrush and a pencil under here to get this off the table. I'm using my number 12 flat. I've got black and grass green. I'm going to pick up a little, just black, and I'm going to come down here and paint my bottom. I'm going to be honest with you, probably will end up, painting my sides too. But I will do that with a different brush as I go along. But this one I can come in here and do. And so I'm just going to bring in some of this black and just kind of bring in the bottom. And then I'm just going to wipe my brush off, because there's going to be plenty of black on here at this point. And I'm just going to pick up some green and see how that does. There we go. And I'm just going to kind of smooth this out. I'm picking up more green. I still have enough black. And I'm just coming up to this line. We're going to go past that line with some other stuff. But if I need a little black and green, I can just pick up both right in here and just lay it down. And then having the, it doesn't have to be perfect. This doesn't have to be perfectly straight, because other stuff is coming up there. I'm just grabbing some black with my green, because I'm going to have plenty of stuff going on top here. Okay. I can actually go ahead and take my pencil and my paintbrush off. I'm just going to pick up some more green with the black. I've got a little black and a little green. And now I'm just picking up green. Okay, so at this point, this just, isn't that pretty? That looks just like a meadow with the sky already. What I did, I don't know if you can see it too good on this canvas, but you're going to see it once I start painting it. I've got my little liner brush, my 10/0 liner brush, and I have some white here. I'm going to wet my paintbrush a little bit, and I'm going to bring in some of this white. And I've drawn like a C on my sky. I wish I'd slanted a little bit more, but I guess I just didn't. So anyway, it's okay. You can slant yours more if you want to. So I have a little C there. And then I'm just going to come out and try to stay even around here. I'm going to come back to this point and Now we're just filling in. Looks like a C, but it's a quarter moon. So I'm just going to fill this in with my white. And I probably will have to come back over this dark with another coat. It's still kind of, it's tacky, like it's not going to dry like it should. Alright, I'm going to use my brush. I'm going to try to wet it a little bit to get my white a little, it's thick white, and I'm trying to get it a little thinner. And I'm going to come in, if I can, I'm rolling my brush, and I'm going to put me a couple little tiny little stars, just like a little X. And I'm just going to put a couple of those around on here. And let's see, I think I'll put another one right up here. I've got an old paintbrush here. I'm just going to dip in some white. And then I'm just going to start putting some stars. There'll be all kinds of sizes. If you want your stars bigger, you can have more paint on your paintbrush. I'll just wipe mine off and picking up some, and then just as long as I got the paint on there, I can lightly touch and make some small ones. And I want some smaller ones towards the bottom. But you know, I like a cool night. You can go out and see a bunch more stars. And I like to see a lot of stars. I think I've got enough stars that makes me happy. Again, I do see a couple things I would like to put a little more stars right here at the moon. I made a couple little X ones just to have a little more defined, but yeah, I like that. And I like the sun's, the nighttime is coming on. I have a 5/0 liner brush. I'm just going to wet it a little bit and wipe it off so I can try to make it straight. And I'm going to pick up some black. I'm just going to use a little bit. I'm going to roll my paintbrush in my black a little bit, and I don't want too much on it. And I'm just going to come up and just make some little zigzags on my down here, so that I can we're going to come in with more, but I want some dark in here too, so As you can see, I'm just rolling my brush and then just flicking some. Well, I got some, it's just grasses. That's all I'm doing, some darker grasses. Trying to get it down here where you can see, and I don't have it so far away for you to see it. I don't want it all to, I'm just going to come down and put some in here, different ways. And then we're going to be doing some other kind, so this could get covered up, you know, I just don't know, but at least I've got some darker in here. I have grass green now, so my brush is still, it's damp, so that's what I want. I'm going to roll my green in here, and I'm just going to come in and do some of the same thing. I want these more at the top where you can see them, because they're getting lost down here. I mean, you can do some on top of that black, but we're gonna have so much other stuff going on. So I just want to get a few of these in, because I want some. I'm bringing in different colors, but I want to use some of this grass green in it too. I just find this is actually fun. Just sticking in there, rolling and pulling up. That's all I'm doing, is just pulling up some of these tall grasses. Some of them don't want to take full paint on there, so I have to come back in there on again. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to use my 5/8 brush. I just dampen it a little bit, and I'm going to come in with my grass green, and I'm just going to do me some bigger vines in here. We want lots of green, and I want different colors. We can go any kind of way with it, and it just looks wild. And I can take it up I can make it as short as I want, I can make it as long as I want. We're just putting color down. If I think I want to put a little black with it, I could do a little black with it. I don't like the black as good. I have to tell you that. We've got to get it filled in with different colors, so that we can add some leaves and different things in here. So I'm just putting grass green down, and I'm just taking my angle brush, and you see how I'm doing. I'm just putting it in. Okay. Now, I'm not going to clean my brush. I'm just going to go in here and pick up the oxide green, and I'm going to just do the same thing with it. Just lay some around, and we can just bring it in. I'm bringing it from the bottom and have all these colors. I'm just rubbing some in, making it look like green leaves. I'm picking up some of my olive green and bringing some of that in, and there's no rhyme or reason for it. I'm just putting the colors down. And see, with what I have on there already, it's making a pretty, it's mixing on the palette, on the canvas. I'm going to pick up a little bit of white with that grass green. We can do some of that. So I got just some different colors in there. If I didn't like that color, I'd go back over it, make it something else. We just kind of want this as full as we can get it in here. I'm going to pick up my green and both greens, and I'm going to come in here and see if I can make me some, just some leaves like. Some of them have leaves, some of them just, it doesn't matter. It just don't matter. I'm just telling you. You want to bring in a different color on some of these leaves, that's fine. And this is where you just, as a painter, artist, you just get to do what you want to, as long as you're filling in colors. So picking up some white and some olive green. And then I can just come in and put some highlight in there. I've got some olive green and some grass green. Let's see what it looks like. We can put leaves on it. We can put grasses in it. That's where the fun gets to come out, because you're just putting tons of color. Alright, so I'm going to get quiet, I'm going to play some music, and you'll just see me as I'm putting color on. So I'm back. I'm going to wet my 5/0 long liner brush. I'm going to pick up some of my light olive green, and I'm just going to come in here and do a few little flicks here and there with that color and see how I like it. And then I'm going to grab some of my oxide green and do the same thing. I don't want to go too high, but I do want it to be just a little bit taller than some of them. And so at this point I'm just kind of playing around, making them little grasses in here. As you can see, I'm just wiggling my brush down and around. And I did cover up a few of my stars. That's perfectly okay. If I want to come back in here and see some of these, I'm just gonna, some of my leaves. This is still just background noise. This is finished, but this is background noise. So I'm just going to pull up a little bit in a few spots with both colors or one color. It doesn't matter. I'm just rotating my brush. Need to let this completely dry. I'm liking this color. So what I did is I have a little crimson red, which is a darker red than permanent red, and then I have purple red, and I just mixed that, and that's giving me a darker color there to play with. And so at this point I'm just going to come in here and put some little circles where I want my flowers. Some can be smaller, some can be bigger. And I'm just using this for my base. And I have a number 4 Filbert that I'm using here. I may have to come back in here with some white so I can put my roses on top of them, because it's not wanting to, I'm seeing where it can be, it's a little see-through, so I may have to bring just a little white in here and come back in with that coat back on top of it. Yep, it's looking more pink right where I'm putting my roses at. Right now I'm just making circles because I'm trying to get the reds are where you can see through them, and I'm trying to fix this where you don't see through it. Take this one off a little bit so we can have it. It's a bigger one, but it'll go off the canvas a little bit. I think I'm going to make a couple of these a little bit bigger, just for the I've got my flowers where I want them placed. So I'm going to be playing between my crimson and my purple pink that I mixed. I'm going to play between that, my red, my purple red, and this is a light pink, and I've got white. So I'm just going to be wipe that brush off because I got a ton of paint on it. And I'm just going to pick up some colors and start laying down. I want to get some of this darker color on. And we can just put some around and about. Our little flowers don't have to be, I don't want them to be smooth edges because these are little roses. They're little wild roses. As you can tell, we've got several different colors going on there. And I can pick up a little white and just come in here and just rub some white in there with that, make it a little lighter. Or I can pick up some of this really light pink and come in here and put some colors down with it too. So we're just having all kinds of colors going on in them. And I'm just, like I said, I've already laid down the white to try to keep the, to make it, I just added another little flower in there. And I don't mind it, so I'm going to leave it. My brush just did a little thing. So we got a little, just a little rose going on right there. Perfectly fine. See how boo-boos can turn into something? And I'm going to grab some white and just come in here and rub some white down on. And then I'm going to grab some of my light pink and come in and see how. Let's bring some of this light pink in here. We can just and then we'll just bring in some of the purple and just purple on red. And I'm grabbing a little white with this. I'm not through. I need to let some of this dry so I can bring in more. But that just gives us different. And I did let that turn into a little flower there. Now I may go back and do a few more. Alright, so we're gonna come around this one. I've got the purple red going on. I'm just tapping it, making it uneven. I'm going to grab some of my red I decided I liked some of that, so I'm going back in here. And yeah, it's just different colors that I put down. I'm going to grab some light pink, come in here. Like we'll get these basic colors down and then we'll probably come in, because these are going to dry darker, we'll come back in with some more whites. I just put a little white in here. Put a little white in here. So I've got white going around this one. Okay. Well, I like the colors in that one. Just doing it with the white. So I think I'll come over to this one and just do with the white and see what kind of colors we can. What's on my brush is making the colors. Yeah. So let's grab that red and pink that I done, and we'll just put some of that around. And then I'll grab some light pink in here with it and just kind of rub it in the center. And we'll grab some white and just tap a little white in there. Okay, I'm going to grab some of my purple, pink, and just come in here. And then we'll grab some white and come in here with it. The more I look at my moon, the more I find that I might not be quite as satisfied with it. I've just picked up some white here with what I was doing. Just tapping my little flower. I'm going to pick up some of that red, crimson red, and put in a little bit in here. And then I'm going to come, same brush, dirty brush, with that same crimson red, and just putting some more of that little like a little rosebud right here. And I think I'm going to come this one down a little bit more. Alright, let's see. Right here, this one needs to be worked on. So let's pick up some white and tap around this one and see what we get. Yeah. Just some pretty little colors going on in there. That one's good. That one, I still need some more. I'm going to bring a little white in this one. Tap around it. I don't have to do everything. Still leave some of that color in there. Let's grab some more white in here. In there, I'll just come back and do something. Okay. All right, I'm going to wipe my brush up because I just feel like I'm drowning in pink paint. So I'm going to pick up a little white and just come in and tap. And I want a little of the, it's confusing, the purple red. Then I'm going to pick up a little bit of that light pink. And then sometimes just tapping in at one spot to kind of smooth it in. So I'm liking this. I want to let it dry to see where I may need to add some more. Yeah, I know I said I was going to stop, but I do need some more white in these two right here. So I'm just going to pick up some white and tap in here a little bit. And some more white and tap in here a little bit more. Right there too. So like I said, we'll just let it dry. So here's what it's looking like on the easel. I like the roses. I'm going to finish them up like that. But my little crescent moon looks too much like a C. So I have decided after looking at it and looking at it, that I'm going to try to fix this. So you'll get to see how you see the boo-boo I made and how I'm going to try to fix it. All right, I was talking away and showing y'all. I decided to fix this. And so what I did is my crescent looks like a C. And so I put some phthalo blue on there. And I didn't like the way it was looking, so I came back with some white to cover over. I'm trying to cover up the crescent moon so I can get the darker colors back on. So that's, see, you get to see on this channel, you get to see the boo-boos. We make boo-boo. I make lots of boo-boos. Alright, I'm using my 10/0 liner brush. And I'm going to use some black. And I'm just going to come in and do some little things to my roses. Some little just to make some little divisions. And that's all I did. I'm going to bring it down so you can see a little bit more. I'm just taking a little bit of I'm not even going to do anything to that one. I'm just going to put a little swirl right there in the center, and then I just kind of bring that swirl around, but I'm not touching. I'm up and down with it is what I'm doing. So again, I'm just going to bring in a little swirl, and I'm just going to come up and around. And there's my rose. Very simple. And then we're just going to do another little swirl right here. Some's going to be darker than other on the black. Some's going to be a little lighter, but that's okay. We're getting it. As long as we're getting it done. And I feel like it's just not wanting to flow like I want it to, so I'm just going to add a little water to it to try to get it to flow a little bit better. Maybe that's why I'm having a little bit of problem with it. When you just skip it like that, then you see how it just makes that little rose. I think I'll just put a little dot here. And I might go back in here and put just a little dot there. That's just so you know it's at center. When you go to look at the wildflowers, the roses outside, Some are a lot whiter, some are a lot pinker. It's just, it's all kind of colors out there. And that's pretty well what we're looking at here. We got some lighter, we got some darker. Okay, now I'm just waiting for that to dry so I can get that fixed. I still see that C under there. That, of course, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on. And I'm hoping that this is going to, when I get the other one on there, you won't notice it as much. And then if it does, I will. I'm just kind of blending this in. So I'm covering up some of my other little stars. That's okay. I'll come back and put them back in. Just make it look like it's got a cloud in the sky. Okay. I'll look at that before I grab a little bit of white coming in here. I like that, so yeah, I do like that. Just come back in here and grab a little water and just come back over this. I'm going to pick up some more of this phthalo blue, cobalt blue, and put on here too, because I'm really actually having to redo this, so I'm just picking up some cobalt blue. Started out with one color sky and then ended up with something else, but I like it. I do. Sometimes when you start out with something, you just don't, you make boo-boos or you just don't like it, and then you have to fix it. So it's pretty well where I'm at right now, just fixing this. I'm going to let that dry. So I just drawed it, and then I can just come in and fill it in with a little white paint here. All right, I have my small liner brush, and I'm just going to come in and fill this in. have it too much looking like a smiley face, but that's okay. I'm going to bring in some more over here just to fill in a little bit more. And just get that little point, so sort of like a little lopsided smiley face. So now I already know where I'm putting my I'm going back into my white spots. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to play some music and do this. I'm not going to do this talking through, because all I'm doing is tapping my paintbrush. Alright, I've got my stars where I want them. I think most of them anyway. I did put extra stars in here because it just needed it. But I'm going to come in here and pull in just a little bit right in here. Try to make it look a little more, not so lopsided. There, let's see. Okay. Again, it should have probably slanted more, but I'm not going to go do it to any. I'm done. I'm going to pick up my black. And I'm going to come over this corner and just sign my name. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Good night, Wild Prairie Rose. And I hope you'll pick up a paintbrush and get to painting and love as much as I do. Y'all take care and God bless.